This is a channeled message. My side effects while channeling are looking spaced out or a lot of pauses. Yeah. Why do some dreams present opposing desires? Today I had a dream where I suddenly really wanted to be a neurologist rather than a programmer. In fact, it was so strong I found programming boring. When I woke up, my desire swapped to my normative feelings. What the hell explains opposing desires in dreams? Dreams can basically be an access point between timelines. Dreams, especially lucid dreams, and especially if you are an avid astral traveler, you would be aware of this, of the fact that the dream realm can basically, so say for instance, you have a grid, longitudinal and latitudinal lines. Oh my god. Okay, so at every intersection, there's a point. This is just an example. This is just sometimes what dreams can do. This is not all that dreams are, and this is not all timelines, because not all timelines intersect. However, I have found that dreams, deja vu, outer body experiences, astral traveling, lucid dreaming have this thing where it can give you a glimpse into, whether you want to call it alternate universes or different timelines. You can definitely call it that. And so for you, maybe on a slightly different timeline, you could be pursuing a career as a neurologist, whereas right now you are you're really into programming, which makes sense, because you're definitely, what I'm getting right now is that you are very technical. You like to dissect and decipher, and you're very scientific, you're very fact-based, you're very off or on. There's no really gray area with you. You're that type of person. A little bit left-brained, left-brained. Yes. So yeah, and it's just you, but a slightly different you. So yeah, it could definitely be you just perceiving yourself from a different timeline. And that possibly could have been an access point. That would have been the moment to bring it down to the physical realm. During that time that you had that dream would have been a great time to switch careers, if that's something that you wanted to do, because you were at a time of receiving and observing that access point. It would have been much easier for you to come in contact with someone who would have been able to assist you in pursuing a career as a neurologist. It would have been easier for you to be accepted in school or whatever the case may be. Yeah, that's a pretty good dream. Dream became reality. I had a dream I was in a parking lot with two buildings and a dirt walkway behind the two buildings. I recall finding my car in the parking lot in front of the buildings, the dirt trail, the diagonal parking, the bushes, the trees, the driveway, and the stop sign. I dreamt this 2 weeks ago. I went to check out a new college, and it was exactly like my dream. I was taken aback and felt extremely scared. It was such a nauseating feeling to feel that I can't even explain it. What does this mean? I feel silly saying that I predicted something in the future. You're not silly. And you felt nauseated because your nervous system was adjusting to your download. Sometimes our ego and our true self, our physical body, when it tries to calibrate to our true self, because we've been indoctrinated and our ego is literally taking control of our entire consciousness. A lot of times when your spirit body or your spirit self tries to give you a jolt or a realization, it can be very shocking to your nervous system. That's probably why you felt scared. That's probably why you felt nauseous. You didn't know what to do. It was like, okay, what's going on? Is this real? What just happened? Am I tripping? No, you're not. You're alive. You're a soul being who has exited the matrix. Obviously, it was just basically your spirit was trying to give you a little test, just test the waters, girl, see what you were going to do, how you were going to respond, how you're going to react. Now they're going to retract and they're going to be like, okay, wait, he or she or he or they are not ready for this right now. So we're going to take a step back, maybe give her a couple of years, and then we'll try again. Maybe we'll try with like a little tiny little cute deja vu. But they can tell that you're not ready for this right now, girl. So don't worry. It's probably never going to happen again for a little while. Or it might, because they're trying to wake you up. But this is very normal. This is very common. Don't be alarmed. Don't be nauseous. Don't throw up. Dream of a blue Corvette stuck in backyard. So I just woke up from a wonderful nap. In my dream, I was in my kitchen and noticed that there was a blue Corvette stuck in my backyard near my fence. They were clearly having some trouble navigating that thing, constantly swerving, trying to back up, etc. A mixture of stuck and unskilled, I'd say. My backyard was very watery and muddy. It's normally very dry in real life. Then a happy man with a Humvee pulls into my backyard as well. I put on my shoes to try to help the driver of the blue sports car, but by the time I'm out there, he's towing it away. My clothes got muddy and I was moving through my backyard. Then the happy man gives me a smile and a thumbs up, towing the car away. Finally, I noticed a small graveyard in my backyard. It was not frightening at all. In fact, my spirit was very curious about never having noticed it before. I woke up well rested and energized. Okay, well, that's great. So happy for you and your wonderful dream. This actually is a really good dream. It is a dream about you being able to finally speak your truth. You're finally becoming more comfortable with yourself. Blue is the color of your throat chakra. So it is not only about speaking your truth, it is about listening and ingesting truth. It's about acknowledging truth. It's about authenticity. Your throat chakra is directly connected to authenticity. And so the fact that you saw a blue vehicle, which is this area of your body, this is your blue vehicle, your voice, your internal voice, your perception of reality. All those things are changing and moving into an upwards direction. That's definitely true for you. And the reason why you saw a graveyard is because it's letting you know that the inauthenticity that you were experiencing before due to just societal norms, just due to wanting to be accepted, they're falling to the wayside and you're becoming way more comfortable in your truest form, which is really, really great. So that part of you is dead or it's dying. I don't want to necessarily say going through an ego death by any chance, but that part of you that yearns to be accepted or to be viewed as normal is dead. And you can start living your life with purpose now. You can't live your life with purpose if you're not authentic.